Now this video will probably have the most surprising results I have ever posted, but all of it will be public and you can download it yourself. Behind me are 12 Battleborn batteries, and these were purchased on December 12th, 2017, which means they're all still under warranty. All of these were connected to a single system with one inverter. And during their entire life, each battery never saw more than 15 amps of charge or discharge. And the entire system was cycled indoors with air conditioning. These were not in a mobile system. They were never exposed to vibration. And this system was being run by a family. They live off grid. And about 6 months ago, they were taken out of service and they were charged to full. Now, the first thing I tested was internal resistance. And here are the results. And this is pretty good for a 9-year-old battery. But only one battery actually passed the datasheet figure. Now, this is where things get interesting. I did a 99 amp capacity test on 4 of these batteries. Just a single cycle. And this is the first battery I tested, and it pulled 53.6 amp hours. But the negative terminal was getting really hot, and the plastic started to melt, and it smelled really bad. Now this was the second one I tested, and it pulled 44.8 amp hours. And the positive terminal melted, and it got so hot that it made the wire hot, and it melted part of the case. And this whole thing cracked and opened up. And I have the data of when this happened. Then I tested this one, and it pulled 26.8 amp hours, and the discharge curve is not smooth. So yeah, something's going on with this battery. And then I tested this one, and I pulled 31.6 amp hours. And here's a chart for the capacity test results, just so you can see all of them together. Now for the next test, I tested these 4 batteries with 75 amps. And this battery got 43.8 amp hours. This battery got 29.3 amp hours. This one got 59.3. And this one got 50.7. These have to be the worst results I've ever seen in my testing, ever. Next, I tested these 2 batteries with 50 amps. And again, just a single cycle. And this one got 56.6 amp hours. And this one got 48.5 amp hours. At this point, I was losing hope. I couldn't believe these results. And the curves look good. This is their true capacity. If the curve was flat and then it dropped straight down, I would question the results. But this is a gradual curve and it goes all the way down. This is the true capacity of these batteries. Now for the last 2 batteries, I did a 25 amp discharge test. And again, just one cycle. And this one got 33.7 amp hours. And this one got 60.2. Now this chart shows all the capacity tests on a single chart. Now you'll notice that none of these cases have been cut into or modified. And I can send any of these to a laboratory to verify the results. Now let's talk about these results. These batteries have been taken care of, but no matter how well you take care of these batteries, each and every single battery has an electrical connection that's dependent on plastic. And over time, plastic changes, especially when there's a bolt going through it. And that's because it's being clamped down. And over time, the plastic will creep into a new shape. And I'll have a video linked down below to see how this works. Now, something that people are worried about is high temperatures and high current. But in my testing, high current always trips the high temperature disconnect. And high temperatures will make the plastic inside expand, which will tighten the connection. What really causes problems is when these batteries are cold, because the plastic will contract, and that will make the internal electrical connection looser. And on my first trip when I got overheating terminal batteries, all of them came from the north, from the cold climates. And some of those failed very quickly. Now these have never been in extreme temperatures before, but going by the first test with 99 amps, half of them melted. And I could bet money that all of these other ones, if I were to put 99 amps on them, or even 80 amps for a couple cycles, these would melt as well. And that's because the plastic inside changes over time. And it's inevitable for it to create a loose connection. Now, something I don't understand is why the capacity is so bad with these cells. And you can see for yourself where the current dropped to 0, where it was fully charged at 14.6 volts. So a lot of people say, hey, I want to swap out the BMS in the case and get rid of all the plastic connections. But these test results show that the cells have an issue too. And these were never used in an extreme environment. The cases look amazing. Now, I thought doing an internal resistance measurement test was really good, but that's only good after your terminal's overheating. Most of these almost passed, and they did absolutely horrible with the capacity test. So if your batteries look good, I think you guys need to do a capacity test to see if there's a real issue. And if it's pulling bad numbers, try to hit it with 99 amps and see what happens, especially when the battery is cold. And make sure you do that test outside and away from people. It's not safe. If you have these batteries in your possession, please test them and post the results. Now look at these test results. These are still within warranty, and they're pulling between 26 and 60 amp hours. That's it? These were used inside, not outside. Look at these cases. These are nice. This is incredible. This is the best sample ever. And we're pulling 26 to 60 amp hours. That is crazy. Anyways, I hope you liked the video. If you want to download this data yourself, I'll have a link down below so you can do that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.